the gutter, but I left my lover. What an expensive fate.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Lydia, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back to my video today. So in today's video, as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking about influencing in Nigeria, like all you need to know to be an influencer in Nigeria. I'm going to be answering some of the questions you guys asked me. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. I'm quite interactive on there with everyone, so I asked that you ask me questions concerning what you'd like to know about being an influencer in Nigeria, and I got some questions which I'll be answering. So before I go into these questions, I'm also going to tell you guys like a general overview of what I think influencing entails in Nigeria. So if you like to see or hear what I have to say, and hopefully learn something or pick up something from this video, because I'm going to try as much as possible to be as honest with you guys as I can. In case you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into this video, guys. So starting off, I'm going to go onto Google and I'm going to type in who is an influencer. Let's start like that. Who is an influencer? An influencer is someone who has the power to affect the purchasing decisions of others because of his or her authority, knowledge, position, or relationship with his or her audience. You could rewind what I just read out now in case you didn't hear me. And then another definition says an influencer is someone in your niche or industry with sway over your target audience. An influencer assists companies in influencer marketing, a form of advertising that builds brand authority on the back of another person's reputation. So these are two definitions, because I didn't want to just give it to you guys off of my head. But then what I would say is, or how I would further break these two definitions down, is an influencer is someone that has influence, period. Like, you have to have influence. If not, you're not an influencer. And then more simply put, influence in the sense that people trust you, they trust your judgment. So it's very sensitive in a way that if people find out that you're not what you say you are, or what you've been showing them is a lie, they are going to stop trusting you. They are going to stop believing what you say, and then over time it just dies away and you lose all form of credibility. Also here in Nigeria, because abroad everything just works, the system works, like everybody knows where, like, what to do, their position and all of that. But then in Nigeria here, things are not yet working that way. So you see a lot of situations where you're meant to actually get paid for a job that you did, but you're not getting paid. And I'm going to get more into that down the line, because I'm seeing a lot of questions regarding that. Another thing I wanted to touch on is the issue of you having some sort of influence. Like, people just assume that influencers just get free makeup, or outfit influencers get free clothes. Basically, this free stuff are sent by the company. Of course, the company didn't pick those things from the floor. They put in money to make those products, and then they are sent to the influencer. And why they are sent to the influencer is for the influencer to help them market that product with their influence. So you wouldn't see me advertising, say, footballs now, or jerseys, or furniture, or something that doesn't relate to what I do. Like, you wouldn't see me advertising that. And that's because I've built my following, I've built my support system, I've built people that believe in me around makeup. So if I should show you my Instagram demographics now, you will see that over 80% of people who follow me are girls, and they're young girls. The vast majority of my audience are below the age of 24. That's what I'm trying to say. So that has helped me kind of curate a lot of things, what kind of content I put out, what kind of the prices I put for my classes. Because, like it or not, someone that is in university in Nigeria here trying to make ends meet, trying to meet up, they will not be able to afford like really expensive classes. So I kind of put that into consideration. What would I have been able to pay if I was in this person's shoe? And then, you know, a lot of other things like that. Trust me, some brands come to me and their stuff are really pricey, and I tell them straight up, my audience is not yet ready for this kind of purchases. Of course, with time I'll attract more audiences that will be able to accept this kind of purchases. Do you understand? But like, once the price point doesn't make sense to me, I don't show it to you guys, believe it or not. Like, I don't show it to you guys. It doesn't make any sense to me to show you stuff worth of 300k, 400k, you know, right now, with the kind of audience I have, based on what I've seen with my demographics. Of course, when we are like 30, 35, we can afford those kind of things. But right now, if we are being sincerely honest and the plain truth, you know, a lot of people can afford 300k, 200k just like that to buy a product. You understand what I'm saying? So most times when some brands approach me, especially like abroad brands that, you know, their money is in dollars, and when you transform it to naira, it's a lot of money, I just straight up tell them that this partnership will not be beneficial to you. I can collect your money, I can collect your products, but I'm not guaranteeing you any sales. And that's another thing. Before a brand comes to you, I'm going to try and make this video as short and as simple and straight to the point as possible. Before a brand comes to you, they are going to want to have return on their investment. So return on their investment, ROI is them making money. Let's say they send you maybe this powder. Now this powder is from Zikel and it costs, let's say, I don't know the price, maybe 4,000 naira, and they sent you one of these powder. They are hoping to make sales of at least 5 of these powders from you as the influencer that they're sending it to. Do you understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense. If they send this spray is really good, by the way, but if they send this spray to you, they will expect to sell 5 because of referrals from you. And that is why it also helps, like, guys, if you're watching this and you know you bought stuff because of me and you've tried out things because of me, from brands that I've shown to you guys that I've worked with, it helps a lot. Like, it helps the influencer a lot if you tell these brands, oh, I'm buying this product because Lydia did this, or I'm buying this product because I saw Lydia say good things about it, or Lydia advised me to buy this product, that's why I'm buying it. You know, it really helps the brand know that, okay, because there really is no way of tracking. They just wait after working, except abroad there's like all these websites and stuff that people go to, like when you go to purchase with the link, you know, the brand and the influencer can both track the traction. But here in Nigeria there really is not that yet. So it really helps like a lot if you tell the brand, okay, for instance, you're buying this Zikel foundation, you're telling Zikel, oh, I'm buying this foundation because of Lydia, she said so and so, you know, this Zaron mascara, I'm buying it because of, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it really helps. And I believe like what you put out there is what will come back to you. You know, if you also want to be an influencer, that's also going to help you when people start to sort of build your credibility with brands. Like, okay, oh, we know that if we work with Lydia, she would be able to bring us 20-30 customers. Do you understand what I'm saying? So try as much as possible to build an audience first. You know, work towards that. Like, it takes a while. Work towards that before you actually start to think of, okay, I'm ready. Let these brands, where are these brands, where them they made them they rush me, you know, that kind of situation. But you have to be ready with your audience that trusts you, that are willing to spend their hard-earned money on what you advise them to, if that makes sense. So I think I've kind of touched on the beginning parts, of like the main general parts of that. Okay, another very important thing to note is, as an influencer in Nigeria, you have to be smart. You know, smart in the sense that it's not every brand that approaches you that would want to pay you at the time as you're starting. Even now, if I'm being honest with you guys, there are still partnerships I take that I don't get paid for, but I know what I'm going to benefit from that in the future. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you're an upcoming influencer, my advice to you would definitely be to not be after the money, if that makes sense. Like, don't be after the money straight up. Just try to create as much looks as possible, you know, do tutorials online, make yourself visible, let these brands see you, show yourselves in their faces. You know, if you have one, I remember when, I don't know if I mentioned it in my video where I was talking about how I started makeup in Nigeria. I remember there was this Huda Beauty palette I had, the first one. If you follow me on Snapchat those days, you know the one I'm talking about. I know how I saved to buy that palette at that time, and I used, nowadays God has blessed us, we have, like, you know, we have so many palettes that we've not touched. Do you understand what I'm saying? But then when it was still, when I was still just starting out, I'm still not even where, like, God is just starting with me, if I'm being honest with you. But like, I'm talking about those times when I just started. I had one Morphe palette, Morphe 35O palette, and I had that Huda Beauty palette. But I kept using it to create different, what? If you follow me on Snapchat, you know what I'm talking about. Different looks, non-stop. And then like that, Huda Beauty noticed me, and they're sending me their PR now. And a lot of other brands started working with me based on the looks I was creating then. So if you have brands approaching you now and you're just upcoming, 5k followers, 10k followers, and then, you know, you're thinking about charging them, and then the money you charge them is too much and it drives them away at the end. So influencing is just having an influence. You could be a micro influencer or a macro influencer. I'm a micro influencer because I still have like under 100k or even under 150. There are people that have millions. Those ones are macro, they are really big. Do you understand? So like, there are James Charles, Jeffree Star, there's Perkins, Jackie Aina. Dima Ume is a macro influencer here in Nigeria. Lifa Beauty, she's a macro influencer here in Nigeria. Kelechi is a macro influencer. So even I am a macro influencer in this Nigeria, but if you leave Nigeria and go out of Nigeria, then we are micro compared to the ones that are millions. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then now I'm going to just go ahead and answer the questions that you guys asked me. So I'm on Instagram questions now, and Stefan Browse asked how to grow your Instagram. So the first thing I would say to growing your Instagram is to have clear pictures. You have to have really crisp, clear pictures. Like, there's too much data right now, like, being put out in the world for you to put out mediocre stuff. So if your content is not clear, like, it reduces your chances of being seen, if that makes sense. So what I'll advise you is, whatever device you have, right, try to make it work. And another advice I'll give is just clean your camera and have like daylight or ring light, something that will help you have really clear quality videos and pictures. And then, you know, in a more honest term, like, if you can try to get the iPhone 6, you know, the used one, it doesn't have to be the one that is brand new, you know, and it doesn't have to be the one that is brand new. It's really affordable, the used one. You buy it, and that's a good entry level camera for you to use to create video content and to take pictures and edit nice pictures, you know. So instead of saying, oh, I have to buy, you know, a digital camera, let me wait till I save to buy a digital camera, when you can just buy this one for like 50k, I think, for a used one. And then you have, you know, your mobile with your picture taking. I would really advise that don't be so, if you have the means to save, please save and get. The faster you can start putting out clear pictures and clear videos. I'm keeping it very like 100% clear with you guys. Like, I'm not hiding anything, I'm not sugarcoating anything with you guys in this video. Like, the earlier you start putting out clean, clear videos and pictures, the earlier your people will start to push out, like Instagram will start to push out your post on Explore, and more people will start to find you. Secondly, after getting clear pictures, is using hashtags. I can't stress the importance of hashtags enough to you. Like, use hashtags. Hashtag makeup, hashtag foundation, hashtag cut crease, hashtag glitter. Check for an advice I'll give you, because I do this as well. If you're into makeup, fashion, hair, food, whatever it is you are, check for the most popular hashtags. Foodie in Lagos, that's the hashtag. Curly hair goals, natural hair goals, those are hashtags in case you're into those niches. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, find your niche, find the most popular hashtags there. At least the hashtag should at least have from 100k posts. That is how you know that it's popular. So from 100k posts you can use those hashtags. They help a lot. And the maximum for Instagram is 30, but from my research and from other people that I've listened to talk, they were like, putting 30 is a bit overkill, because Instagram tends to think that you're a robot. You understand? Like, you know, those bot accounts on Instagram thinks you're that. So try to make sure you put in 25 or 24. Like, just keep it below that 25 level and you'll be good. That will really help you grow. Thirdly, make yourself visible on Instagram. Like, you know that people just come and they just post and they go. Even though I'm guilty of that now, but when I was starting out, I know even right now, if I want to grow at a faster rate than I'm growing on Instagram, like, I know what to do. I'm just being lazy. I'm putting it out there to you guys because I'm being honest here. Okay, be visible on Instagram. Like your favorite people's pictures, comment on people's pictures, find new people to follow, comment on their page, build relationships with them. They will come to look for you. They will say, I found this Stefan Brow guy. Oh, like, he does really nice eyebrows. Really, have you seen his eyebrows? Have you seen his makeup? Bomb. Like, that's how people will start to talk about your work. And of course, with your hashtags, you will become like more popular, more viral. Try to create interesting, engaging content, you know, something that will make people, like, you know, when you're scrolling up on Instagram, there's like so many things, something that make people stop and like look again. Even if they don't want to like, they will look, scroll. You have registered that in their head. So those are the 3 points I would advise you to implement. And with that, you're going to blow on Instagram. Be consistent, be visible. That's one. Number 2, hashtags. Number 3, clean, clear content. And you, that Princey asks, she says, how do you consistently put the right content to attract brands? And this is what I was saying also from the beginning part of the video. You have to define your niche before you start. So let's say you want to do makeup. I'm going to keep using makeup because that's my area of expertise. So let's say you want to start doing makeup. It don't make no sense to be posting food pictures, random food pictures, not even the food you cook though. Random food pictures that look cute on the net, you just carry it and post it on the page. Don't make no sense, you know. So try to find things that are to your niche. You know, create your niche first of all. Find your niche, something that you're passionate about, something that will be profitable for you, and then build on that. So once you found your niche, maybe fashion, makeup, hair, you know, photography, whatever it is, build on that to start posting content. So makeup, start posting makeup looks. Like, do anything you can to post makeup looks at least 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week. You're just starting out. At least 3 times a week. When I first started out, I was doing it every day. Every day I was taking Snapchat tutorials, I was posting on Instagram, I was doing it every day. So if you're very passionate about it and you really want to grow and make it work, you need to do it every day, and you need to make sure you are posting things to your niche. Like, don't confuse people when they come to your page. Once they come to your page, they're like, oh, she's into makeup, she's into hair, she's into looking good in general, that's all. She's not into cars, you know, she's not into football, she's not into food. Do you understand what I'm saying? And with time, you can always build on, you know, branching into other niches that you might have interest in. But for starters, it helps to just streamline your energy to one niche and post consistently. Work on content that would, you know, help you push yourself out there in that niche. And with that, when brands come around, like, trust me, brands are constantly looking for new talent, new people to work with. When they come around, you know, you see them. And then another thing I'm going to advise you is also tag them. So even if they're not commenting, they're not responding, just keep tagging them. Trust me, somehow they keep seeing those posts, and with time it registered in their head, and when they want to work with someone in Nigeria, they work with you. So the Oluwa Ferrami says how to reach out to brands. So my advice for reaching out to brands is to be, number one, is not every brand you reach out to you have to have some sort of like background knowledge with them. Maybe you've worked with their products before, or you're sure that you have the audience that will give them the return on their investments. Do you understand? So once you have these two things, then you go ahead to send them an email or a DM on Instagram. But in those DMs, don't appear to be thirsty. Don't appear to be like, oh, if you don't send me your foundation, I'm going to die. I'll stop doing makeup. Or it's your foundation that's going to help my life. Help me, help. Like, don't appear thirsty in your DMs. Be strictly very professional. Hello, good day, greet them. If you've used their foundation, you say, oh, I recently used your foundation. You can check it out in this post. You attach the link to the post of that. And I was thinking, and my audience, you can also bring in your audience. My audience of, let them know what you're offering, bring it to the table. My audience of so and so and so would really be an ideal audience to portray the rest of your products. You get what I'm saying with the mail, with, like, you get a mental picture of what I'm saying. So you make them, offer them, show them what you have to offer your audience, and them trusting you and you having an influence over them, and then showing it to this brand that, okay, oh, if you decide to work with me, I promise you, you would have a return on your investment. You probably sell 20 bottles. It doesn't make sense to tell them an actual amount, but just make them understand that they are going to have a return on their investments. And how do you make them understand that? By showing them your demographics, by showing them your profile visits per week, by showing them your engagements on your post, like how many people actually view your post. And it also helps if people tag you and say, oh, I bought this because of this person. You can take those kind of screenshots and send to these companies as well. Most times I just advise people, I advise people and I advise myself, just keep doing the work. Put in the work. There's no way when you're making the right amount of noise, these brands will not hear that noise and come to you. Do you understand? So in as much as you want to contact them, try to be the in thing, if that makes sense. Like, try to be relevant on your own, so that they'll, like, once they even see your mail, they already kind of know who you are. Camdor asks, she says, how to build brands who want to work with you and how to get audience on your page. So I'm going to answer the audience part first. How to get audience on your page. Try to make sure you post consistently. It's the same thing I've responded to Stefan Browse. Post consistently, have clean, clear pictures, use hashtags, and that's how the audience will gradually build up. It's a gradual process. I remember when I first started out, I had just 500 followers on it was first my personal page, before I decided to change it to my business page, then in like 2014, 2015, ending 2014, early 2015. So before then, there was no traffic because I just posted my personal pictures, you get. But then after then, I started building, and I kept asking my roommate, I'll be like, oh my god, tell these people with 1,000, 8,000. Then my dream was to get 1,000 followers. So I like, tell these people with 1,000 followers, my followers are not growing, how will I do it? My roommate just said, just keep going. And that's what I keep telling everyone. If you've messaged me anytime with anything and I tell you to keep going, like, don't even stop. You'll be, once you look back, as you're going now, it's difficult to connect the dots, but once you've gotten there and you look back, you'll be able to draw a pattern and see that, okay, oh, it made sense that I kept going. So what advice is to you to build your audience. It doesn't happen overnight. There are people that are lucky and they get viral and they blow. There are people that are lucky like that, but it's not all the time. It's not everyone. It's not all the time. So work hard for your followers, and trust me, with time they'll be trickling in, they'll be coming in, they'll be trickling in, and over time you will notice that I'm already at 20k, wow, I'm already at 30k, wow. Also asked how to be consistent, and my advice for that would be to make sure that you curate your post over time. So when I had more time, I was always like, when I just finished school and I was not in NYC yet, excuse me, and I was not in NYC yet, I was always filming day night, and I think that's what kind of affected my skin, because I was always with makeup and it was breaking out and I wasn't taking it off properly. So my advice, what I've learned over time now, what I've learned is to batch film. Do you understand? And you know, there's another thing where you have just this surge of inspiration and you just want to create. In those moments, just be creating. Film it, take pictures, film it, take pictures, and then have them there. Like, nobody's going to know whether you made this look 5 years ago. Nobody wants to know that, because it's new to the internet anytime you post it. So make sure that you try as much as possible, at least before the week comes around, you should have like 4 posts ready for the week. It could be 1 picture, 1 video of the same look, another picture, another video of the same look. So you've cancelled 4 days of the week, and that's better than posting once a week, you know. So if you can, even in between the week, film another, so that you can have like 6 posts for the week, if that makes sense. And then try to use, like, how do I explain this now? When I used to post a lot on Instagram before, I would have one skin work on, and then I'll clean off the eye, clean off the lip, record a video of me, I'll just apply more powder, record a video of me cleaning, record a video of me doing the eyes, you know, and then it looks like a new look. Clean that off. I used to even do it a lot when I was filming in my studio recently. Not recently, when I started filming in my studio and I had to film at night. So I'll do a makeup look. Like today, I've been filming this currently 5:30 to 6. I've been filming since 8 p.m. last night. I filmed the hair tutorial, I filmed the makeup tutorial, I filmed another video for another brand, and then I'm filming this one as well. I filmed another one like where I did this makeup look, and then I'm filming this one. So that's like 4 contents in one night, if that makes sense. So you can't, you know, the way Nigeria is set up, you can't be filming every day. It's not possible. You can't be filming every day. There might not be lights, there might not be generating sets, you know, the fuel. So try to make sure that you put in all these factors into consideration. If you're a student, try to say, okay, I'm a bit free from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll use these 3 days to create content non-stop, so that through the week I can post this content and I'll be consistent. I just rhymed there. But then you get what I'm saying. Like, I think that will help you be consistent. Truly also asks, she says, getting brands to notice your page and how to shoot your shot at brands. There are a lot of repetitive questions here, so I'm just going to refer you to the answer I already answered to the other girl. Just work, make enough noise, make enough good noise, work on your posts, work on your content, let people talk about you. The more they talk about you, the more the brands will be like, who is this truly girl that they're talking about? And you have to you have to put in the work, or there's no shortcut. You have, if it's makeup, you have to teach yourself crazy looks. Like, don't be regular. If you keep doing nude looks, like now I can kind of sort of relax in a way, you know, like I can do some easy looks now. Before, if it's not, I'm not posting it, because I don't want you to have any less reaction. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, when there was nobody doing cut creases and glitter in Nigeria, Lydia was doing glitter, Lydia was doing cut creases everywhere. So it's like, think of something that will make you stand out, hold on to that and use that to climb up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Once you're up, you can decide to, you know, relax a bit and find other stuff, because now I'm trying my hands on effects, I'm trying my hands on a lot of other things. Even this set behind me, I'm the one that designed it, so who knows, in the future I might be into interior decoration. I'm trying to refurbish my entire room as well. It's something where, you know, you first start off with something and then you build on it. So now gather your focus, place it on one thing. Look for something that you know you can do that will put you apart from others. Hold on to that, and those brands will come rushing. Trust me, when they come rushing, you even be tired, because if you say you want to accept 5 brands and those 5 brands say they want their post up on Friday, you can't meet up. So you will choose the one that benefits you the most, and that is most like that, that benefits you the most in general, pay, audience, traction, all of that, and then work with that brand. Do you understand? Make sure you work with brands that align with your what's it called, with your beliefs, not a brand that will make you lie. And then make sure you work with a brand that benefits you first. Like, I feel like once something doesn't benefit me, there's no need showing it to my audience, because like, if I'm my audience, would I want to buy what I'm advertising? That's what I always act on a particular niche, and the brands can see clearly that people are paying attention to this person, they will come to work with you. So my advice is not even to reach out to the brands. Reaching out to them is nice, but then most times you just be visible to them, tag them. If you want, like for example, another trick I'll say, if you want to work with Ezekiel, for example, look for something of Ezekiel that you can buy, that you always use in your video. So maybe like a mascara or liner or foundation, and then always tag Ezekiel. There's no way that they won't see your posts, even if they don't comment, even if they don't respond or stuff like that, they will see you, they will notice you, and with time they'll come to work with you. Hello, we've seen that you work with our brand a lot, would like to work with you, would like to sponsor a post, or can you tell us your rates for a post, and all of that. And then that's how you build your influence. That's how you build the brands coming to work with you. And when they work with you the first time and they see that, okay, like they got return on their investments, they'll keep coming back. And then Sharon asks, she says, what does it entail, please? And is your IG numbers following a necessity? In a situation whereby, okay, so I'm going to give you an answer to that. Your IG numbers are not a necessity, but then it depends. It depends on a lot of things. Number one, the brand, the magnitude of the brand that wants to work with you. So a lot of brands, their criteria has to be like maybe 10k, 15k, 20k followers. There are some brands that don't mind 5k. Like, I'll never forget EA Beauty. They were one of the first brands, if not the first, that sent me PR when I just had barely 5k followers. Like, I was so excited then getting glitter, because like I said, that was when I started. I used to be called the glitter queen because of how much I brought glitter into the Nigerian beauty community. Like, I know I did. You understand what I'm saying? So they wanted to work with me based on, okay, you're using glitter a lot and people are paying attention to you slowly because of this glitter curries and glitter looks you're doing. So here's our glitter. Play with it. Do you understand? So I was so excited. Wow. Because like, you sent me all your shades and I didn't have to pay for it. Like, I was so excited, and I didn't have to be up to 10,000 followers. Do you understand what I'm saying? So slowly just build your audience. Forget about reaching out to brands, forget about brands coming to you. Just build your audience. You yourself, you know that, okay, people are paying attention to me, and at that point is when you see, as they're paying attention to you, the brands will start coming. So don't be worried about the followers, but at least you have to have an influence, and keeping it 100 with you, keeping it playing with you. 3k, 5k, 10k are good enough. So Pamela Noah asks, she says, the basic things a person has to have, like for an upcoming influencer, and I feel like the basic thing you need to have is your phone. That's all. Like, if you want to do beauty, you have to use your phone to take pictures. If you want to do hair, you have to use your phone to take pictures. If you want to do outfits, you have to use your phone to take pictures. That brings me back to the point of trying to get an iPhone 6, because Samsung or Android cameras that are really good are very pricey. But an iPhone 6 now, like a second-hand iPhone 6, a fairly used iPhone 6, is not as pricey, but it will give you good quality pictures comparable to its Samsung or Android counterparts. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's still very costly. So you need a phone, a good phone to take pictures. You don't need a camera now, just a good phone. And then, of course, if you're into makeup, makeup items, and trust me, You don't have to have, I keep saying this, Nigerian brands now have made it so easy. You see some foundations that even as low as 1,500. Use what you have to literally get what you want. Like I keep stating that. Don't wait till I didn't have five lights when I started recording. I didn't have cameras when I started recording. I didn't have two laptops. I didn't have memory cards. But I started. I was using my iPhone 6. I started. I was doing Snapchat tutorials. I started. I was posting on Instagram like that. I started. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then now, like, I can choose to record with my camera. I can choose to record with my phone. You know, I can decide what I want to do. I've mastered that craft. I know how to improve the quality of my footages instantly. Do you understand? But I didn't know all of this without starting. So don't keep giving yourself excuses of not having. If you don't have ring light or I used to use a bulb. What does this look like? This is one of the impromptu lights I have on me now because I couldn't get all my lights in quarantine before quarantine started, so I had to improvise. This is one of the things I kind of worked with. For backdrop, I did all sorts. I got this if you know this wood that they used to use, these olden days roofs, not the POP now, that had lintels across it, the slim woods that were like about 2 inch or 1.5 inch long. I hid that on a square on a wall, and I was using that to pin my backdrops so that my backdrops would be flat like a wall, you know. So even if your house, because if I'm putting it very 100 or very, if I'm keeping it very real with you guys, like a lot of people don't have like picture perfect houses. It's just how it is, you know. It's how Nigeria is. Do you understand what I'm saying? But like, you can make it work. Your walls might not be white in your house, but you can make a makeshift, you know, what I just described to you, and then put a white fabric on it, and you have your white background. If I'm keeping it very real with you guys, like a lot of people don't have like picture perfect houses. It's just how it is, you know. It's how Nigeria is. Do you understand what I'm saying? But like, you can make it work. Your walls might not be white in your house, but you can make a makeshift, you know, what I just described to you, and then put a white fabric on it, and you have your white background. I need you to kind of think out of the box, literally, like use what you have. You have something. It's like that version or that verse in the scripture where they used 2 fishes and 5 loaves to feed 5,000 people. You have something that you can maximize in your life. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect before you start. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be perfect before you start. Start anyway. Like, I'm talking to you now as if I'm talking to myself. If I could tell myself that earlier, I would have started maybe like 2014 or even 2013. But I didn't know makeup 2013, so there was no way I could have started 2013. But I would have started earlier in like 2014, like beginning of 2014, not towards the end. I didn't get the hang of everything till like 2016, and that was like already 2 years back. So just start with what you have. I promise you, it's just like learning how to write or learning a new language or learning how to drive. You will master it. You don't be scared of the unknown. Your brain just needs to expand in that direction. Do you understand? Your brain is still enclosed now in a certain direction, but like when you walk towards, you know, starting a channel, if that's what you want to start, or focusing on a niche on Instagram, or trying to build your audience on Instagram, your mind will just open to new ways. You will see new things you want to try out, something you would never, oh, I would never have tried out a colorful cut crease before, but I'm doing it now with ease. And it doesn't come with ease except you practice. And here essay asks, she says, rate cards and how to charge brands according to how big or small they are. So what I'm going to say about this is, here in Nigeria, it's a bit difficult to have a rate card. To be honest, I only put out my rate cards to brands when I'm working with international brands. here in Nigeria, a lot of people don't really even have the money to pay you. But then even the big brands too, how you charge them is based on your reach, your followers. There's a lot of apps online that helps you get that. There's Social Blue Book, that's the one I use. And you just basically put in your Instagram handle and your details, demographics, all that stuff in the app, www.socialbluebook.com, and then they will tell you how much you're meant to be charging in dollars. There are other apps as well for that, but then when you this dollars rate now, I give those dollars rate to my international people. So when the Nigerian brands come around, say my dollar rate now, I'm being honest with you, if my dollar rate is like maybe 200,000 per post, or 150,000 per post, or 100,000 per post, or 80,000 per post, the Nigerian brand is almost half that price because of the Nigerian factor. If you make it too pricey, brands won't want to work with you. If you make it too cheap, they'll take you for granted. So you have to find a midpoint, you have to find a balance point that works between both brands, and then make sure also that while charging these Nigerian brands, you're also making sure that you're helping them get money back. Like if you're charging them 40k, they should be able to make 20k from you, 30k from you, because at the end of the day, they're also paying for all the lights, all the hard work that you put in to record this content. So at least if they are paying 20k, they should be able to make 10k from sales. Do you understand what I'm saying? Evelyn Niade, she says, how to boost your self-confidence. My advice to build your self-confidence would be to just keep going. Even on days when you don't feel like it, try to pull out a post. It might not be a post of your face, it might be a post of, in case you're a makeup blogger, it might be a post of makeup items like arrange powder and lipstick. Take all those cute Pinterest kind of photos and post on your page. But then slowly, you definitely have to come out of your shell, and that comes from you constantly working. So let's say you were shy or scared of showing people how your eyeshadow game is, and then you keep posting and you keep getting better, and people keep commenting, oh wow, your makeup is bomb, oh wow, you're so beautiful. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to lie to you guys. God is my witness. Me as a person starting out, I didn't think I was beautiful. I've never actually admitted this on camera, but I didn't think I was beautiful. I didn't think I had what it took to be a beauty blogger. Like, I didn't think I had it. You understand? But I just kept going. I didn't think about what I was feeling. I just kept going. So people are asking me even now, like, okay, post your a day in my life, post your, like, show us more of your personal life. And I'm still very shy. I'm still very private. I'm private to a fault, and I'm still not confident in those areas as well, if that makes sense. So I'm just showing you the areas I'm confident in. With time, I'll still expand to those areas, of course, but then for now, this is what works for me and I'm sticking to it. But it didn't always start like this. To be honest, God is my witness, I'm telling you this, like, I'm still very shy. Even now, I still am very shy. I'm just now practicing how to be, right now talking to you, I'm talking to a camera in front of a wall, but I'm talking like I'm talking to you guys. So it takes a lot of mental, like, preparations and mental activities to get to this point, and I'm sure I'll still get better. So my advice to you would be to just keep going, bro. Like, I know it's difficult now. I know you might not want to put your face out there. There are a lot of people that say they don't want to put their face out there. Slowly but surely it will start to help you. And with time, like, okay, maybe I'm actually doing this very well. Maybe I'm actually really good at this, So I hope that helps you. I really do want to help you out. Like, it's something I'm really passionate about, because I do believe you can actually work on that and you can actually make living out of it in Nigeria here. You just have to be patient. You honestly just have to be patient, because even right now I'm still doing makeup on the side for, like, clients, because influencing in Nigeria has not really picked up to that level. You understand? Like, the level where it sustains me comfortably. Of course, I still make more money online with my influencing work than I make offline with clients, but you know, I still do clients jobs. I'm sure there'll be a time where I don't get to do clients jobs. I just do my online work and I'm good to go, sit in front of the camera and record videos non-stop, and I'm okay. So, and I know it's going to get there. That is why I want you to start now, because the earlier you start the better, so that when it gets there, you are not just starting then to build your influence. You already have an influence that you can build off of. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you notice now with what's happening now with a lot of makeup artists in Nigeria, they are leaning towards posting more things online, more video tutorials, how-to videos, makeup videos, you know, what's it called, just process videos, like things they would not have necessarily posted before. And of course, you know, the quarantine has a lot of part to play in that as well. I'm just saying, now that everybody is at home, nobody has a job to go to, everybody's turning to the online people. So, and we are still making our money, the online people, we are still making our money. So I'll advise you to try and build yourself now, because the world is going digital. The world will never stop going digital. It's only going to get even more digital. So the earlier you plug yourself in, the better, and then the easier it is for you to transition from each stage. Everybody was crazy, like for this quarantine time, everybody was crazy trying to say, oh, I'm going crazy, I've not been to work, I've not been out. My life is literally like this. I film, edit, post, film, edit, post. So it's like I'm still working. I don't even feel bored. I'm still working. I'm still making my money. I'm still working. Do you understand? While people are still trying to adjust. So in the long run, it's still something that is still very flexible, you know. People are going to work by 8 a.m. in the morning. I can decide to sleep. Like now, if there was jobs and people are going to work as normal, people would have gone out and I'll be going to sleep by now. Of course, I've worked through the night, so while they slept, it still makes sense. But then you get what I'm trying to say, like you have more flexibility and you have more time to yourself, you know, time to decide when you want to work and when you don't want to work. Once you get it right, I studied civil engineering in school, and I probably will still go do my master's. I probably will still do something relating to civil in the future. I don't know, but for now, influencing is working for me, and I'm trying to make it work as best as I can. Even though there's still a lot of gray areas, especially in Nigeria here, and there's like almost nobody to guide anyone. So we literally have to figure it out as we go by ourselves. But best believe that once I figure things out properly, I'll try my best to convey it to you guys. Like I want to make it easier for everyone coming after me that wants to be an influencer here in Nigeria. I want to make it easier. So I'm best believe I'm doing my research and I'm trying my best, and with time, I promise. So but for now, what I want you to do is just to start by any way you can. Start to build your influence, start to make people trust you, start to be credible online, you know, start to be visible. If you don't want to show your face, you have to show something. So you might show your hand, you might be doing makeup on people, you have to show something. They have to relate with you, they have to bond with you. This video is really dear to my heart, and I poured out a lot of stuff. I want to hear your feedbacks in the comments. Please give me a thumbs up. It means so much to me and to make me so happy. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see all you lovelies in my next video. Bye. Mwah.